because whatever they've done, it has not worked in this first half.
First down Miami as they get set to start the drive.
See if they can put this drive in the end zone, Charles, because it's been a little bit of a rough go at times. They've had to punt.
Himself, he would love to see his offense put together a drive and give his leg a rest.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. Fans, a reminder, coming up at this and every halftime this season, we'll be checking in with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando for highlights and analysis and scores from around the NFL here in this opening weekend.
Let's put the coach to work.
Hill going to go in motion right.
Bounds just before the midfield stripe at the 49.
Here's Ryan Stonehouse now
as they're forced to kick for the 6th time today. And this one hits at the 1, continues on into the end zone for a touchback.
The Jaguars offense and their running back getting set to go once more. And as a play caller, when you've got a guy who's running like this, we step aside. From the gun, he'll hand this off.
And he'll get this to the 23, but that'll be well short of what he needed. The Dolphins going to take their second timeout as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. Fair catch called for and taken right near the 30-yard line.
The Dolphins offense and Tua Tagovailoa headed back out onto the field. And he's had things all his way in this first half. The numbers since...
And the Jags get to him as down he goes. They come up on 2nd and long, and the pass protection just has not been there this afternoon. Play action. Now it's Tua.
A quick throw there.
He'll stop with 37 seconds to play in this first half. We'll call that a punt of 54 yards. Well struck.
And they will take over 1st and 10.
Throwing to start the drive. McCarthy. He gets it to Thomas. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. A final shot before break. McCarthy dancing to his left. And he'll slide to a halt here. Still a little shy of the first down marker.
It looks like we'll have to wait another week to get our first halftime report of the season as we move right along to the second half.
And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. Out come the Jaguars now as he'll go on offense first here in this third quarter.
And despite the turnovers, Charles, and they had multiple in that first half, they still have the lead as they begin this third quarter.
And they probably heard some conflicting tones at the half, don't you think? A lot of praise for what they did to get this lead, but also a little bit of scolding because they got to take better care of the football in the second half. But you and I both know the great leaders, they know how to give that little bit of vinegar in there and cover it with a big dose of honey.
He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead.
Working out of the gun is McCarthy. He's got his target. That's complete.
And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45.
They'll go play action. Here's McCarthy.
Rolling to his right. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. Got to assume this defense will be charging again here. It's 2nd and 15.
A run here with Bigsby.
And not much there at all. Maybe a yard up to the 43.
Not an easy spot here. They'll be in search of 13 yards to try to pick up the first. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete.
And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. Able to convert on 3rd and 14. A terrific play call.
A very nice job right there, working the middle of the field, able to create some separation and then utilize it to not just make the catch, but turn upfield once he got the ball in his hands.
On the carry, Bigsby.
And a short gain here, down to the 22.
Now 2nd and 9. McCarthy, he'll set to throw it.
Flush to his right. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Ninth play of the drive now on 3rd and a country mile. Back to throw. McCarthy.
Oh, this will be incomplete. The rush gets home just as he was letting that go. That could have been worse. Instead, it's 4th down.
And this will split the uprights. It's right down the middle. And that one makes this a 10-point game. It's 16-6.
Well, they picked up right where they left off in the first half. First drive after the break, they come away with 3 and increase that lead.
Yeah, and you just want to keep building on that lead, don't you? Whether 6 points or 3 points, take everything you can get, keep maneuvering, keep adding to it, keep making it difficult for them to come back.
They'll start on the ground with Dobbins. And he'll get what he can up the middle, 3 yards. That'll bring up 2nd down. From the 32-yard line now, here's 2nd down and 7. Now Tua just going to bat this forward on the end around.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
That's good for a Miami Dolphin.
On play action, here's Tua. He's going to get this one out to his fullback. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39.
Here comes Dobbins on the toss right.
And there just continues to be nowhere to run. He's bottled up again at the line of scrimmage. Now Tua.
And the pressure gets there, and Tua is going to be taken down. That is Joshua Hines-Allen working his way in for the sack. Here's Ryan Stonehouse now
as he's on to punt for Miami. He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. This is taken at the 23.
A solid punt, but also a nice return there of 14 yards.
And the Jaguars go on offense, 1st down and 10. Throwing to start the drive.
McCarthy. A short throw there to Strange. And he's going to be touched down right at the line of scrimmage.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10.
That's going to be caught by Bigsby.
They'll wind up getting 7 on the play. And now we've got a 3rd and 4.
McCarthy operating from the gun. That is caught. And he is going to have a Jags 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
It's a gain of 10. And the Jaguar 1st down.
Here's a handoff out of the gun.
And he picks up about 6 as he gets this down to the 41.
From the 41, here's a 2nd down and 4. And they run the toss to Bigsby.
And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down.
Looking to throw McCarthy. Pass to the sideline and pulled in.
And he gets it down a yard or 2 shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds.
Here's McCarthy.
He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. The Jags picking up the 1st down there, a gain of 12. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And they'll work this down to the 15 for a pickup of 4.
2nd and 6. Throwing is McCarthy. Targeting Thomas on the out route, making the catch.
And he takes it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville.
Brian Thomas.
A 15-yard touchdown grab.
And the Jags are looking good here in the season opener as they're able to extend their lead.
Point after, right down the middle. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17.
And he'll be stopped up at the 25. Tua and the Dolphins now with a 1st and 10
at their 25-yard line.
He'll start with a handoff to Dobbins.
And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. Tua going to throw.
And that went to the right side and incomplete.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. In motion, Hill. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Jaguar pressure and a Jaguar sack.
Here's Ryan Stonehouse now
as he's on to punt for Miami. A big kick that time, 52 yards.
The Jaguars offense and J.J. McCarthy getting ready to go back to work.
The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive.
This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
2nd and 10, 3rd quarter of the season opener. Hands it off out of the gun.
And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49.
From the shotgun, McCarthy.
Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he'll only get this to about the 44 as they stop him short of the line to gain.
Going for it. Here's McCarthy. Able to find the open man. That's complete.
And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage.
To the air with McCarthy.
Thomas brings it in. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. To the air again, McCarthy.
Trying to get it to Thomas, and it's intercepted.
Jordan Brooks with it. And the Dolphins will take over here at their own 12-yard line.
In motion, Hill. After the turnover, it's Tua. Got a man. It's Brown. It'll go down as a gain of 6, and it'll be 2nd down.
A 6-yard pickup.
Now they'll send Waddle in motion left.
18-yard line.
Off of play action. Tagovailoa.
That's going to be caught downfield by Hill.
And all the way down to the 37. It's a big play there for Miami. 45 yards. So in Jacksonville territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line. In motion, Hill. From the gun, it's Tua.
Now the pressure gets there, and Tua is going to be taken down.
That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go.
On the counter now, it's Dobbins.
Give him 5 yards on the run there, but it'll leave him with a definite 3rd and long on the horizon.
Brings up 3rd down.
Now a play fake. Here's Tagovailoa. Oh, this is intercepted, intended for Hill.
And the Jaguars are in great shape here as they take over at their 46-yard line. The one side gets an interception, but their defense comes on the field and picks them right back up by getting a pick of their own.
And I think you saw the same thing that I did, Brandon. As he ran off the field after making that play, we saw his quarterback seek him out and offer a personal thank you to bail him out a little bit as the offense takes the field again.
Back now in Miami. It's Jaguar football here, and they'll look to extend their lead as we begin quarter number 4. Running game working. They'll stick with it on 1st down.
Knifes his way forward here, but just 3 yards on the play. 2nd down. Ball on the 40 now. Here's a 2nd and 7. Another run by Bigsby.
And he'll get this down close to a first down at about the Dolphins' 35. You can really tell right now both sides have amped up the aggressiveness. That time the offense winning the aggression battle.
And the defense was obviously aiming for the football, maybe a little bit more so than the runner himself, and that's why he was able to break through and get the gain that he did.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
Here's a give to Bigsby.
And not much running room. Down to the 32.
They work now on 2nd and 9. Now McCarthy. That's caught. It's Strange, the tight end.
He'll be dropped at the 25 after a gain of 6. From the gun on 3rd down. McCarthy.
He's got his target. That's complete.
And he's got another first down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 12-yard line. Looking to throw. McCarthy. This is caught. And he will get this into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown.
Brenton Strange.
A 12-yard touchdown grab.
And the Jaguars are closing in on a winning start to the year as they extend their 4th quarter lead. After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive.
And whatever promise they showed in the preseason has not translated into week 1 because they have not been particularly competitive here at home, no less. So these fans just kind of beside themselves right now.
And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. Tua sets up to pass it. They complete it to Hill. And he goes out of bounds. It looks like right at the 50.
Here now, 2nd and 4.
From midfield, here's Tua.
They set up the screen for Dobbins.
And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. And now we won't see a play on 1st down. We're going to get a timeout instead. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break.
Targeting Dobbins again, and he's got it again.
So he'll be stopped here for no gain. And that's going to bring up 2nd down.
No gain on the play. 2nd and 10. At the Jaguars' 42-yard line.
Again, they will throw it with Tagovailoa. That'll be complete to Dobbins.
5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
Now they set up the screen. That's complete.
And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 23.
13 yards on the play. That's good for another fire.
They fake the handoff. Now Tua. To the sideline and incomplete.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this 2nd half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
And not much. Maybe a yard down to the 23. Play number 9 on the drive coming up, and they need 9 yards on 3rd down. Going to the air, Tagovailoa.
Over the middle and complete to Waddle.
And they'll get to him short of the first down at about the 16. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards. And that's going to bring up a 4th down. They'll motion the tight end across the formation.
They're going for it with Dobbins.
And he's got the first down as he gets it to the 8. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th.
Dolphins, first down. 1st and goal at the 8-yard line.
Tagovailoa working out of the gun. To the goal line but it's incomplete. Well, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen, despite the amount of pressure he's been under this entire game.
This defense has not surrendered a touchdown yet. You better believe they're determined not to here on 3rd and goal.
A throw on the run, but that's going to be incomplete.
The field goal doesn't help. They're going to go for the 6 here on 4th and goal. In motion left, the tight end.
4th down, 4th quarter. Here's Tua.
Being chased out. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown.
Tua Tagovailoa
taking it in from 4 yards out.
And the Dolphins are finally into the end zone here in this 4th quarter.
And now the pressure gets there, and he goes down. So he couldn't get rid of the football, and that deficit stays right where it is. And the Jaguars are going to cover this one up. Now they're down big here in the 4th. They had to try the onside kick. Can't fault them for the effort at least.
No, you can't at all. And if nothing else, now you've put something that you're trying to practice, right, that you've worked on into a game situation, and now you can go back and dissect it. So if you need it again sometime, maybe you'll find a better way to do it. But, yeah, this game's pretty much done for them.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports.
And now on 3rd down, they'll need to get it to the 36 to pick up the first.
From the gun, Bigsby.
And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. He lost 2, and it brings up 4th.
Well, that was one of the few times they've been able to contain him thus far. He's over 100 yards for the game, but he lost a bit off his total on that carry.
Here's Logan Cook now as he's on to punt for Jacksonville. And not what he was hoping for there, as this will hit in the end zone for a touchback.
The home team's offense and their wide receiver getting set for this next possession. And he's had some kind of game. They made it a point.
1st down Miami as they get set to start the drive.
Well, probably not much that they can do at this point, CD. Down 3 scores late in the 4th quarter. This is going to be a little too much to overcome, you would think.
Yeah, they'll go down. But in the end, we saw the writing on the wall a while back because one team was clearly better than the other in this one. And while it didn't quite reach blowout status, I think we knew who was going to win this one well before we got to this stage.
Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down.
Huntley working from the gun. Gets this complete to Butte.
And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
That's good.
Huntley looks to throw. That pass complete. Here's Butte with it.
Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this.
Here's Huntley.
And a big loss here as he's taken down. The Dolphins going to take their 2nd timeout as the clock will stop with 45 seconds left to go in the game.
They go play action with Huntley.
At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense are just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. But they've blanketed the field the entire game using a variety of coverages.
And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
The decision made for them. They've got to go. It's 4th down. They're going for it. Huntley.
He's going to let it fly. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. The D can only stop it one more time as they take the knee.
Well, CD, always a little extra excitement for Week 1, and one of our early window games here in Week 1 on a Sunday comes to a close. Good to be back in the booth with you, my friend.
And it's good to be back in the booth with you as well. And we know that not everyone's going to start the season 1-0, right? Half the league is going to have a loss on their record, but everyone's going to have to